This is the second video in my Peek Behind the Novel series. In the last video, we covered plotting 4 different storylines before picking one, right? If you missed that short video, there's a link for it down in the description box. So now that I've picked a storyline, what comes next? That's what we're going to cover in this video. By writing in layers, it gives me what I call a natural breakpoint, where I can take some time to catch up on the other areas of my life. I use approximately 7 layers of writing before I reach the proofreading stage. This layering gives me this natural breakpoint all throughout the whole writing process. It allows time to catch up on the other side of my life, which is what I've been doing over the last several days. In layer 1, I'm laying down only the skeleton of the crime, mystery, or suspense of the novel. This is only the skeleton of the actual crime or mystery. There are no scenes yet, no dialogue, nothing but basically a list. Even plain fiction has some level of mystery or suspense within the story, so this would work even with fiction. For my process, I open Scrivener and I use one document to lay out in paragraph format or list format how the crime or mystery will play out, sort of chronologically. Decide how the mystery happens, who the victim is, and who the ultimate culprit is. You're going to determine what the initial clues are, and this will be the inciting incident, especially in a police procedural, which is what I'm writing now. Then decide who the other suspects will be and what their motivation could be. Decide if you're going to have a red herring or some other sleight of hand. Now, if you don't have the idea for a red herring or sleight of hand right now at this point, don't worry about it, because there's plenty of flexibility in order for you to capture one that comes up during the creative process. Now, at the end of this layer, after laying everything out, I end it with a section called How It Will End. And the story ultimately never ends exactly how I determine at this stage. But the purpose of this layer is to give me a framework and a direction to write in. It gives me a destination. All layers have a certain level of flexibility in them, and the writing is still creative and fun, I promise. At the end, this layer should look more like driving instructions from Google Maps. Does this layer sound a little too rigid? Believe me, it's not. It has plenty of flexibility, but that looseness may not be apparent at this time. You'll have to trust me on this. This framework is only a blueprint, and you are the architect. This is only the first layer in an 8-layer process. Right now, I'm only determining the framework for my story. As will be revealed in later videos, it's easy peasy to tweak the story, add to the story, or even change the story. This layering process will prevent you from writing in circles or having to throw already written chapters into the trash can. I personally need guardrails when I write creatively to prevent me from driving down a dead end or going off course in the story. I'm speaking from experience. If I personally have too much leeway, it's only a matter of time before I start heading over the cliff in one way or another. The crime outline of this layer gives me that set of guardrails. It also gives me a route, a road to take. However, it still leaves enough room to make a legitimate twist or turn. Let's review. You've chosen your victim, the culprit, and how the crime or mystery begins. You have a list of suspects that you can throw shade on as you write. You have a red herring, or you're open to one occurring as you begin to write. And you have a section at the end of your work entitled How It Ends, or you at least have a destination in mind. So that's it for layer 1. That's the framework. Your work right now should look like either a list of short paragraphs, it could be even as thin as a shopping list, or even a printout from Google Maps. I hope you enjoyed watching this segment of A Peek Behind the Novel. In the next video, we'll be talking about layer 2. And in that layer, we'll be laying down the scenes. And of course, there'll be a template for that too. So I'll see you then. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you learned anything, please click on the like button. If you would like to see more videos in the Peek Behind the Novel series or any of my other videos, be sure to subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.